But as far as Rex and the Bills were concerned, why didn't that work out?
Why didn't it work out? Basically because they have a new owner there who doesn't know what he's doing. Like you get with a lot of these NFL teams, these guys come in, they buy a team, they think they know football from playing fantasy or whatever, and they think that winning is or being competitive is not good enough. They want better, and then you have a general manager who's been there through a couple different regimes, who's in the ear of the owner saying, these players are good. The players that I picked are good. It's the coach's fault. And, you get into that whole thing. So it's a mess in Buffalo like you get a lot of places. I mean, it reminds me a lot of Cleveland with Jimmy Haslam. And, look, even Robert Kraft, when he first owned the Patriots, was a circus when it came to hiring coaches, Pete Carroll, and then the front office with Bobby Greer. So it's just this typical new owner, doesn't know what he's doing, screwing everything up type of thing.
Now, does that mean that you think that Rex Ryan was the right guy for the job?
Well, I think he deserved another year. It's not like, look, this is a Buffalo Bills organization that hasn't gone to the playoffs in 17 years. It's not like they're a perennial contender. And, changes had to be made. Most of the problems there, in my opinion, were personnel related. I mean, when you draft a quarterback in the first round like E.J. Manuel and he stinks, that's a problem. When you draft this year Shaq Lawson in the first round and Reggie Ragland in the second to be what the GM said, quote unquote, were day one off the bus starters, and they barely play this year, that's a problem. I mean, this is the bread and butter. When you trade up a Julio Jones type trade for Sammy Watkins, and you trade up and Sammy Watkins is hurt all the time, that's a problem. So to me, the problem with that team is personnel related. It's tough to judge the coach because the personnel's just not good enough.
Yeah, but Greg, we saw what Rex Ryan did as a head coach when he was in New York with the Jets, and it wasn't very good. I don't think the Bills made the right hire to begin with. What, based on the 2 years you saw with Rex Ryan in Buffalo, I mean, the defense got worse there. Why would you give Rex in particular another shot, or at least another year, to try to turn things around when they've been so bad for two? They got worse since he took over for Doug Marrone.
I mean, you're talking about a game or two difference. I mean, this is not quote unquote worse. This is, we're talking about varying degrees. They've been about the same since Doug Marrone was there, and. Look, in New York, I mean, it was fine when it happened because Woody Johnson screwed that whole thing up. But another place that was personnel related. I mean, look, I don't know how you can judge a coach when 4 of your last 5 first-round picks aren't even on the field. I mean, it's a problem. I'm not saying Rex Ryan is the greatest coach, but I mean, they were pretty competitive this year, in my opinion. I mean, they beat the Patriots. Yet, they didn't have Brady, but. They were in it till the end. I mean, yes, there have been screw-ups here and there, but you could say that about just about any coach. I'm not saying Rex Ryan's a great coach, but I wouldn't say that, in my judgment, when you're looking at a coach, 2 years of pretty competitive ball is pretty good, in my opinion, and I think he deserved another shot, and I think you heard it from some of the players on the team. I mean, this was a team, they fired the offensive coordinator, then the offense took off. I think they got very good play out of Tyrod Taylor. Suddenly you got Doug Whaley saying he wants to see E.J. Manuel play. I don't know what the end game on that is. I mean, that pretty much tells you all you need to know, but Rex Ryan is not a bad coach. I mean, giving him another year wouldn't have set the Bills back anything. I mean, I think if anything, it gives another chance for his defense to take hold. Another personnel problem is that, he doesn't have the right players to run his scheme. And, so I don't see anything wrong with giving him another year.